So I guess the first thing is this is decaf. And for someone who's spent their entire adult life fueled by caffeine and addicted to coffee, it's a pretty big change. When you go to Rythmia, they ask that you follow a certain diet leading up to it. Apparently it helps with the medicine, helps with the process, and part of that is reducing your caffeine, like no caffeine. Now, after starting to drink caffeinated coffee again, I noticed this effect on me, and I'm not demonizing it. I love caffeine, and I will still be using caffeine, but I will not be reliant on caffeine anymore. So it's been 4 weeks since I finished my last ayahuasca ceremony. It's been an interesting 4 weeks. I had a therapy session today, which is one of the best therapy sessions I've ever had. I really, really needed it. So yeah, I am still in therapy. As I mentioned in my last video, when you leave Rythmia, there's still work to be done. The medicine helps to set you on a path, and then it's up to you to stay true to that path. What I've been going through can only be described as night and day. Not only in the sense that we use that to describe a big difference between things, but also literally night and day. In the daytime, when I'm out and about and I'm with people, I feel amazing. I love people, and I love seeing people. I love talking to people. I love meeting people. I've been going to the same gym for over a year now, and there's guys in the locker room that I've never spoken to. We might have made eye contact every now and then, but no conversation. And I've been speaking to everyone in the gym. Every time I go, if I go for a coffee, I'll make conversation with the server. When I see people, when I make eye contact with people in the street, I'll smile and say hello rather than sheepishly looking away. I can't get enough of seeing my friends and family, and I want to see more people, and I feel so connected to people. That's my absolute priority, is people, relationships, connections. I feel my soul shining out. Like I want these connections. I want to see people. I want to hang out with people, and I just feel so warm and open and just full of love. I walk slower. Sounds weird, but before I was always marching from place to place because I was too busy and had to, didn't want to waste time. Go and get this done, go and get that done. Now I just find myself just easy walking through town, doing my shopping, whatever. But when it comes to nighttime and I'm alone, it's been horrible. It's been horrible. This place has been the worst. Super vivid dreams, intense nightmares sometimes. For all my mental health disorders I've had over the years, I've never had a problem with sleeping, thankfully, and I've been grateful for that. But I've been waking up every night, at least once. Every now and then I'll wake up just consumed with fear, like I was back in ceremony. I'm not really having nightmares. I'm not really dreaming about anything. I'm just on this. I just remember having this loop of this fear rising up and then dropping away and then rising up and just living through it over and over again. Like I'm forcing myself to push through it. Like I'm still in ceremony. Like I'm still feeling it, so I can still heal it. I've been putting off going to bed later and later because I know that most nights it's going to be a rough night, and when I wake up in the morning, it takes me an hour or two to put myself together. I don't feel right at all. It's dying off now. I think the medicine is leaving me, or it has left me. It's been really rough. It's been really rough. This has been the hardest thing. I thought I knew why this was the worst place, and then after my therapy session today, a lot came up, a lot came out, and I'm pretty convinced I know why this is a source of difficulty for me. But it's not just been when I've been sleeping. To be honest, I've been pretty uncomfortable in my apartment since I came back. I felt very uneasy here. There's fear. There's like a fear trying to creep back in. I love my apartment. I've been living here for 18 months now, and it's by far the coolest place I've ever lived. I love this apartment. I couldn't believe how lucky I was when I got it. And I've been living here for 18 months, and I've never felt uneasy here. But I think the medicine's still showing me things. It's still teaching me about myself. The truth is, I'm lonely. I knew that I was lonely before I went to Rythmia. I work alone, I live alone, and I've been single for nearly a decade, so being alone has been the constant narrative of my life for a long time now. And I thought I was okay with it. But I think the medicine is showing me that I am not okay with it. When I was away at Rythmia, the people that I was there with were all incredible, and we were on a journey together, and we all experienced healing. And we forged friendships and bonds, and everyone was so supportive. And you're with people all the time. My phone just stayed in my room. I didn't use my phone at all. I was just talking to people and sharing and communicating with people all the time. And I was healed. My soul was healed, and I still feel it now inside me. I know that my inner child is happy, and I have a golden soul that wants to shine out. But I've taken this I've received this new me, this refreshed, revitalized, healed me, and I've returned to my old life. And nothing has changed here, nothing. And I think there's a conflict there. And we were warned about this when we left Rythmia, that this could happen. And we need to be wary of it. And we need to acknowledge our feelings. And I've been doing that. I was out last night with a friend, a new friend. Never met him before, but we were hanging out, and there's a few others there as well. And I was enjoying one of my favorite hobbies with some new friends. And at some point during the night, I thought about going home, about the fact that I will have to go home after this event finishes. And I had a mini panic attack. Now, this doesn't mean that my anxiety has returned, because I really don't feel like it has. If anything, all my OCD tendencies are fading away. There's so many things that I used to do that I don't do anymore. I'm way more comfortable in my own skin. I'm way happier being me. But this apartment represents my loneliness. This is my isolation, for a number of reasons. And through my therapy session this morning, and through my introspection for the last few weeks, I've come to realize this. And I've been doing the work. I've been doing daily meditation at least once a day, often twice a day. I've been doing yoga every day, breath work every now and then. I've been mindful, I've been conscious of my feelings. I've been journaling loads, but it hasn't helped. And I know that I need to make wholesale changes to my life. And it's the medicine that's telling me that. It's making me uncomfortable here. I feel wrong here because my new soul and my old life don't match. And the reason that I'm scared to go to bed at night is because that's when I'm most lonely. When I get into bed alone and the lights go out and I have nothing but my own company and my own thoughts and my own feelings, that shows me how lonely I am. And I think that my dis-ease, my discomfort, my fear manifesting at night is because of that. So I need to change. And I am changing. Like many people, I struggle with procrastination. A lot of people do. But this sense of dis-ease that I'm feeling, this sense of discomfort and fear and difficulty whenever I'm alone is pushing me to make changes. Things that I've been thinking about doing for so long that I haven't pulled the trigger on, that now I am doing. I've been thinking about starting jiu-jitsu for months, if not years, and I've been putting it off for one reason or another. Last week I attended my first jiu-jitsu class, and I'm going to my second class tonight, and I am very excited about it. I made some new friends there already. I've met some great people. Already extending my network. I've been saying yes to everything. Someone asked me to do something, I'll do it. I've never been speed dating before. One of my friends asked me if I'd like to go sign up for speed dating in a couple of weeks' time. Signed up straight away. Let's give it a try. And I don't even feel nervous about it. I'm just open. My heart is open to new opportunities. I've been actively wanting to spend more time with my family than I probably ever have. My brother asked me if I could help out with some child-minding duties for my niece and nephew, and he gave me a few dates of when I might be available, thinking that I might just pick one. But I said, yep, give me all of them. I want to hang out with my niece, I want to hang out with my nephew. I have some heavy, expensive lenses that I very rarely use, and I've been thinking about trading them in for a while. But I was sitting and I'm thinking, well, I might need it for this, or I might need it for that. I've not used this lens at all for any client work for 2 years, and it's worth over £1,000. So I traded it in. I traded it in so I could buy this MacBook Pro. For the past 6 years, I've been using desktop iMac, which has been great. It served me very well. It's been a great machine and it still runs fine, but because I rely on my iMac so much, I spend so much time here in my apartment alone, editing alone. So I figured if I get myself a good MacBook Pro, I can edit anywhere and I can spend more time out in coffee shops, with other people, meeting people, talking to people, and still getting my work done as well. I also bought it refurbished from a website called Back Market, and I cannot recommend it enough because this was almost half the price of a new one. So I've had a part-time job in a shop for 6 years, but now I only work 1 day a week. And I value my time there. I like it. It gives me a break from my own business. Gives me a chance to get out and not think about all the pressures that I have on myself. And it's been a great experience. I've even done some video work for the company as well, which has been really good. But this job is in my hometown, and I feel like it's time to move on. I feel like I need to freshen it up. So I've been scouring the coffee shops of Sheffield, looking for a part-time job vacancy. This will get me out and get me meeting new people, new networking opportunities, and I like coffee as well, so winner. I've been considering starting a new video production company. I've been working freelance. I've been working on my own for 6 years now, collaborating with people here and there, but 95% of the time I'm working alone, which is good, having complete creative control, but it's a lot of pressure, and I'm limited with the scope of clients that I can feasibly work for. A one-man shoot could only achieve certain things logistically. So I've been thinking about expanding and wanting to work with other people more often for a while, but now I'm on this new trajectory of wanting to spend more time with people. It's absolutely cemented it in me that I'm going to start a new video production company, and I know exactly the guy that I want to start it with. His name's Ricardo.
Ciao.
He does a lot of work on live gigs and music videos, much like me. We have a lot in common, similar temperament. We get on very well creatively, professionally and personally, so he's the man for the job, and we're going to have a meeting this weekend to discuss what the future of this venture looks like. Again, I want people in my life, and the medicine has told me this. The medicine is showing me this. And I think finally, this video kind of encapsulates what else I want to achieve, that I'd spend too much time doing client work and not enough time doing my own work. And the reason I got into photography and video in the first place is because I enjoy it. So I'm going to try and upload more frequently my own personal stories. In my last video, I didn't mention what turns out to be the biggest takeaway that I received at Rythmia. And they, as I mentioned, they give you a bunch of mantras and reframes that are useful. But there's nothing that stuck with me more than the phrase, "It's happening for me, not to me." And now everything in life that I do, anytime that I come up against any kind of challenge or obstacle, this is where I go to. And it's such a profound shift that it takes me out of the victim mentality and shows me that wherever I am is an opportunity. It's not an obstacle, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity. And I've heard this before. One of my biggest influences over the last few years has been a guy called Jocko Willink, who's an ex-Navy SEAL commander. Now he's a public speaker, he's got a podcast, he's written books. One of his mantras is good. Someone gives him some bad news, his response is good. This gives us an opportunity to do X. This gives us an opportunity to do Y. Instead of seeing the bad in a situation, he's always looking for the good in a situation. Good, this has happened for a reason. Or this thing that's happened has given us an opportunity. When I was at Rythmia, the guest shaman that we had, Taito Juanito, basically had exactly the same phrase, but he speaks Spanish, so it was bueno. And apparently he was famous for saying this, and we'd heard beforehand that he says this a lot, and he really does. You can tell him anything, and he'll just nod and reply with bueno. And it's such a powerful reframe. There's always a lesson to be learned. There's always growth to be had. And the past 4 weeks have been very difficult for me at times. They've been amazing at times, but the tough stuff has been really tough. Anytime I feel lonely or lost, or I wake up in the night with fear, I'll remind myself, this is happening for me, not to me. And this is an opportunity for growth. Even now, the medicine is challenging me. It's put me on a new path. And it's up to me to walk that path. And right now, it is hard. And I'm super excited to see what happens next. Really am. I'm also much more open-minded than I was. I've been burning copal, white copal. Apparently it's good for cleansing spaces and cleansing your own energy. It helps with meditation and things like that. Probably zero scientific evidence to suggest that it works, but I'm trying it because, like I said, I experienced things in Costa Rica that I can't explain, and I can't define, and I don't want to explain, and I don't want to define. Just trying to keep that positive energy going. It might even just be a placebo, and if it is, so what? If it makes me feel good, if it makes my apartment smell nice, then what harm is there in it? There's still work to be done, but the medicine has put me on a new path. It's put me on many new paths. I have my new soul, my new perspective, my new life, my new love, and I need to use this as a guiding principle to create my new life. And my old life was great, but I know there's more, and my focus has shifted, and my priorities have shifted, and I'm operating at a higher frequency, but also at a slower pace, and it feels great, and I can't wait to see where it takes me.